Good evening, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Geo Podcast Fantasy Football Friday. Your host, Country Boy, here to give you some tips on who to start and sit for this upcoming week of football games. But first, we're going to do a quick little recap. But as always, we're going to toast to the pod. And here we go. So, some things I was right and some things I was wrong about for last week. Things I was wrong about. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. I thought they were going to go off because the whole Steelers defense is hurt. But they happened to stop Brady and actually won the game. I was also wrong about the Falcons. They actually came through, dominated the time of possession, ran down the 49ers throat. And all the offensive players that had good fantasy output, Mariota, Pitts, did things for you. Things I was right about. Ramondre Stevenson. I told you he'll give you a top fantasy output last week. Also, Deion Jackson. I had a sense that last week neither Hines or Taylor was going to play. So I picked him up, and he was the number one running back for last week. He'll probably go back to the bench this week. But just check out for that and see if Hines and Taylor are practicing. But just things like that. You got to check for last minute injury reports, last minute game time decisions, who's inactive. And those players can either give you a win or a loss. So, just like last week, we have another 4 teams on bye this week. We have the Bills, the Rams, the Vikings, and the Eagles. So, a lot of fantasy output with those teams. With Buffalo, that whole offense. The Rams, you have Cooper Kupp. The Vikings, you're missing Cousins and Cook. And Philly, you're missing Hurts, A.J. Brown, Goddard. So, this is where depth is very important. Hope you got some good waivers. Check for players that are still available. Even players like Gus Edwards or Kenyon Drake. They may give you some fantasy output this weekend. Wan'Dale Robinson. Just check out and see if players before them will be active this week. But as always, going to do a quick little rundown. And let's get to it. Oh, but before I do that, last week I went 2-1 again. So now I'm starting to pick up. I'm starting to get a feel for my teams. I'm feeling very, very, very confident in my teams now. You'll see a lot of rookies are starting to come through. Running backs, receivers, Pierce, Breece Hall, receivers, Olave, the receiver from the Jets. You're seeing rookies from now to the end of the year. Those are going to be the ones that win you week in and week out, especially when the playoffs come. You're going to count the rookies on your team. So continue to look out for those. But for Sunday, we have the Falcons at the Bengals. For the Falcons, I am not starting Kyle Pitts. I know he had a touchdown last week, but he still only had 3 catches. That still did not give me confidence to start him this week, so I'm not going to play him. But you can play London with confidence. I feel like this would be a high-scoring game from Cincinnati's point of view. So the Falcons will have to play catch-up, throw a lot, try to catch up with the Bengals' high-powered offense. For the Bengals, once again, you can start everybody. Keep an eye on T. Higgins. Tyler Boyd may be a good stash. Higgins is having a bump ankle that he's playing on, so Tyler Boyd may be a good stash for the rest of the year. Just in case Higgins gets hurt, or if even Chase gets hurt, Boyd would be a good pickup for you. But you can start the whole offense with confidence. Then we have Detroit at Dallas. Detroit off the bye. Hopefully Swift will play. If not, keep an eye out Jamal Williams. But I am nervous for them going up against the Dallas defense. They're very legit. But if Swift plays, you have to play him. Amon-Ra St. Brown, fully healthy now. You can play him with confidence. He should have a big week for you. I would bench Jared Goff. I will not play him against this defense. For Dallas, this is a return to Dak. You can start him with confidence. Zeke and Pollard should have big games because Detroit's defense is very, very bad. And then CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup, start with them with confidence. Not sure if Schultz will play. If he does, you can start with confidence as well. Then we have the Colts at the Titans. For the Colts, is the resurgence of Matt Ryan real? We shall see this week. But if whoever is the starting running back is going to be, if it's Taylor, starting with confidence, Hines, Deion Jackson, whoever the starter is, starting with confidence. Michael Pittman, starting with confidence as well. Him and Matt Ryan got in a great groove last week for me. And also Alec Pierce. For the Titans, the only person I'm still starting is Derrick Henry. He's the only one I'm starting with confidence right now. We'll see with Robert Woods and if him and Tannehill build a rapport over the bye week. But that would be it. For the Packers, you can start Allen Lazard. He's starting to take that number 1 receiver role in the offense. And with Rodgers' comments from this past week, I expect a heavy dose of Aaron Jones this week. He should give you a big week. And for the Commanders, I'm not starting anyone. We have Taylor Heineke coming in. See how he does. I think he's a dinker and dunker. So Brian Robinson, Antonio Gibson, J.D. McKissick, one of them could give you high catches in PPR formats. So watch out for that. Then we have the Bucks at the Panthers. For the Bucks, I'm very nervous with Brady. You can still start Fournette with confidence, and Evans and Godwin, of course. But I'm not sure on Brady. And the Panthers defense is actually kind of playing good this year. For the Panthers, with the news that McCaffrey has been traded, they no longer have any fantasy players on their offense. Don't start anybody from the Panthers offense. For the Giants, I told you last week, Daniel Jones is legit. I started him last week. I'm going to start him again this week. I believe in their offense. You can start him with confidence, and Saquon. Bellinger, the tight end, he's a sleeper tight end this year. Him and Jones have a good rapport. And also Wan'Dale Robinson. Stash him on your bench. I believe later on this year he'll come through for you. For the Jaguars, you can still start Lawrence and Etienne with confidence, and Christian Kirk. Then we have the Browns at the Ravens. For the Browns, you can do Chubb. You can do Hunt in the flex. You can do Amari Cooper and Njoku. Njoku probably has the best fantasy potential besides Chubb on his offense. And the Ravens defense has not been that great this year. So you can expect a good game for the Cooper and Njoku. For the Ravens, of course, you're starting Lamar. The backfield, you have questions. I don't know if J.K. Dobbins is going to play. If not, check for either Kenyon Drake or Gus Edwards. For Baltimore, don't know if Mark Andrews is going to play this weekend. If not, check for Isaiah Likely, the backup rookie tight end. They like him very much. He may get a lot of targets from Lamar this weekend. Then we have the Jets at the Broncos. For the Jets, Breece Hall continues to dominate. Play him with confidence. He's the only one I trust in his offense right now. For the Broncos, I'm not trusting anybody. Russ is injured. We don't know who the starting running back is going to be between Gordon, Murray, Boone. It's just a horrible situation on offense right now. I wouldn't start anybody with confidence. For the Texans at the Raiders, for the Texans, Damian Pierce, Brandon Cooks, you're starting them. For the Raiders, you can start Derek Carr and Devontae Adams, of course. I'm not sure though if he's going to run into any legal troubles with the suspension, but check out for that. I don't think Darren Waller is going to play, so check for Foster Moreau. And Matt Collins, he should have a bounce back game this week. Then we have the Seahawks at the Chargers. This should be a high scoring game. Neither defense is just dominating. I expect both offenses to be able to run up and down the field. For Seattle, continue to start Geno, Tyler, and Metcalf. And Kenneth Walker had a great debut last week, starting with confidence and get the Chargers run defense. They're pretty bad. And for the Chargers, you can start Herbert, Eckler, and Mike Williams. I believe Keenan Allen is not going to play. I believe he's going to wait till after the bye week, which is next week. So if you have him, look for another option. Then we have the Chiefs at the 49ers. For the Chiefs, you can start Mahomes. Last week, Juju took his place as number one receiver. And McKinnon is starting to take over that backfield duties. For the 49ers, the new addition of Christian McCaffrey, I'm not sure he's going to play. He was traded late Thursday night. I'm not sure if he can fly to San Fran, get the playbook, know the plays within 2-3 days of them playing. So I would not start McCaffrey this week. I would give him a week just to learn the playbook, learn the offense, learn Shanahan's system. I believe this will still be a Jeff Wilson week this week, and then you can start McCaffrey going forward next week. You can still also start Depot, of course. Kittle, I am benching. He's not giving you the fancy output that you've been looking for so far. Then we have the Steelers at the Dolphins Sunday night. The return to Tua for the Steelers. Najee's back. I'm still not starting with confidence. If you have any other options, any other flex options, I will go with them. But if not, still, you got to go with Najee Harris. He's your first round pick. For the Dolphins, still start the receivers, Tyreek and Waddle. I will not start Tua this week, his first week back after those concussions that he suffered. I'll just see how he's incorporated back to the offense, see if they take it slow with him, if they protect him, how that goes. I believe you can start most of with confidence. And then the Monday night game, we have the Bears at the Patriots. For the Bears, only person who's starting Montgomery. Keep an eye on him. Make sure you have Herbert on your bench, just in case Montgomery goes down. This is run first, run everywhere offense. I don't have any trust in Fields, Kmet, or Mooney. For the Patriots, run first, whether Mac Jones plays or not. You're going to start Stevenson with very confidence. He should have another top 5 running back week. Jacoby Myers has been a great rapport and number one receiver. And I believe the Patriots defense will be the top streaming defense for this weekend. So that's my rundown for week 7. Check my Instagram at GO Podcast for more start sit questions I'll post this weekend. This is the GO Podcast, your host Country Boy. Y'all have a good evening.